Alright guys, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. It has been a long time. How long has it been? It's been 2 years. Almost 2 years, close. A lot changed since then. I never finished that last case, but I did want to play this game again. So I figured, let's try and get through that last case. I literally know nothing about where I'm at. I'm picking up right where I left off. I watched, a few minutes of my old video. Then I remembered it's going to be like, I have to go through the entire thing again just to remember what to even do. So, I know this game's not that complicated, so let's just get in there and see what we can do. Yes. (24th, 3:12 p.m.) Wright & Co. Law Offices. I mean, I did like this game quite a lot, and it just felt like the natural conclusion to the game was the case before this one. And this case was interesting for sure. I mean, definitely Lana Skye and her sister, who I don't remember, and then the other girl's gone. They changed some things up, but I didn't like that video that much. The puzzles on this one, they just weren't as tight, you know. I mean, I'm saying all this right now, but honestly, it was still interesting, and it was always in the back of my mind. Hey, I should come back and do this sometime. I really want to, and I want to play the second game, which I've heard is really, really good. I've got a friend who kept bringing it up, but I've got a few projects on the cutting room floor, but let's go. Get in. That's right, Emma. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. I forgot what she said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to do in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. Wow. Is that what they lied about it? I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings. Yeah, I don't remember all the links that were between everything. So it wasn't... shoot. I don't remember. There's Dick Gumshoe. It'll come back. Maybe. As usual, our boy, what do they even call him? Like, they don't call him Phoenix. Don't they call him something else? Dick? Something like that? Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened to you? It's all here in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night that Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. Oh! Snaps! Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. Oh, wow. So that means you... Yes, I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. Didn't see that coming. It happened 2 years ago, but right around this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man busting in the office. Joe Dark. Seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled a knife and screamed at me. I remember the music pretty good on this game. Didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Marshall! Le Marshal! Then, I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for just an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture into my mind. I can still see it now. Permanent picture. I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall, so you weren't able to testify about that. No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. It must be why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted a guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth. Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Wow. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. What? How is it your fault? If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. That is some backwards logic, girl. So it's true, even though you may not have believed it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case, Lana's never the same. She became cold like she is today. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. Not to make you relive this trauma, but what did you see in the instant the crime occurred? Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Okay. You, Marshall, was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened next after that. Apparently, I passed out. He's got these very, what would you call it, militaristic clothes for Lana and the other Marshal. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. Especially with that judge. Couldn't bring myself to justify about the incident. Okay? I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies, okay? Find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way Lana would never have to forge any. Okay. There's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor? Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. That happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview. They took him into custody with a knife? Okay. And fled into my sister's office. Why did you run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective's offices in the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. No, you didn't mention this critical piece of information. She's the best in the entire force. Nani? After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. It seems like a pretty idiotic move to transfer a law enforcement officer to become a lawyer, but maybe that's why you wind up with these crazy scenarios. Lana used to be a detective. I better have another talk with her. Okay. The attorney's badge. Goodman. I don't even remember anything. What does this guy have? Is he the guy that got killed? I think. Okay. Goodman's the guy that got killed. I really don't remember a ton about this case at all. February 24th, detention center, visitors room. Someday, somebody will go back and watch this disjointed mess and be like, what was he thinking? Lana Sky. Lana. Emma came with me. Mr. Wright, seems like he's causing you trouble. Well, I am literally taking your case as your defense attorney, so. Falsifying evidence? I didn't think you were the type. criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? Because you're the law. But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risk. The risk? Emma told me about you. Oh, about how you were a detective 2 years ago. Wasn't the chief of police, like, really suspicious in this as well? I kind of remembering something like that. How the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about the unusual change of jobs? Suppose you have a right to know? There's a defense attorney! Yes, I do! A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, none of which I know, not the least of which was the fact that the case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. Didn't tell you about it, though. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall could be. The trial wasn't really fair, was it? Not like any of the trials. It's funny how there's certain things about this. I'm looking at the mic. It's funny how there's certain things about this that I can remember as being unfair, like completely unfair judging and all that other kind of stuff. I believed in you. I believed. No matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. Couldn't be helped. That trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Wow. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said about you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. Hmm? I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command. Then that means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, the chief of police. Yes, Deputy Chief Gant. And I shared the same office and the same investigations. Shared the same office, so when the guy ran in there, lights go out, Gant kills him? They even have the same office. We led a team of the best detectives on the force, falsifying evidence as we go. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was a serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place, when he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Okay, it's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing! Another pretty cool picture, I think. They still talk about the case she and Chief Gant cracked together. The SL9. Oh, hold on a minute, fellas. Action! We're back. Alright, Chief Gant. He was Deputy Chief of Police, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. We were the best team ever. To solve crimes before the reports could even be filed. What? But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to get experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court. Okay? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Okay. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. Oh, okay. The investigation was in its final stages and Dark must have suddenly panicked, so he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene line. It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. What? When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. 3 bodies? During a struggle at sea, Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. Fair enough. Picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her. After all, her sister must have gone through. Yeah. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. Quite a coincidence. Yeah, I'm sure it's a coincidence. Nothing to do with what's happening now. I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone in this trial was also involved in that incident, just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. But you yourself admitted by false evidence. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convicted with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of the case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The Chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the Chief's office. The site of the final SL9 murder. We'll present you with this. Attorneys and prosecutors have no business showing evidence outside court. It's taboo, especially when an interest both parties are involved. Okay. What up, man? This guard monitors the visitor's room. Seems frozen in place, cowering in the room's oppressive atmosphere. Smile for the camera. Alright, let's check court record. Let's see. Is this new, this file I got here? I think so. Closed. Perpetrator Joe Dark, crime, sentenced to death. Wow. Victims Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Eddie Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeb Bates, Neil Marshall. Trial data. Head prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Witness Lana Skye. Emma Skye. Damon Gant, Lana Skye. Head investigator Bruce Goodman. Jake Marshall. Angel Starr. Yeah, how come the other guy's not on there? It's gotta be full of details. Yeah, we don't need to watch that again. We'll see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Yeah, I remember that guy being like, he's a goof. He's like Detective Zenigata for sure, but he's like actually like super useful if I remember. You seem quiet. You're right. Chief Detective seems the same though. Why don't we go for some other people to talk to? Right. We can come back here later. Joe Marshall. Howdy, Bambina. Le Marshall. I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera, sera. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? Should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. Marshall, why'd you do it? Why'd you prosecutors head west? Yeah, some of the good stuff. If there was a case needed to know the truth about it, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting steak lunch today. So Something was fishy about the trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean, fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean the switchblade with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's, all right. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. Question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there's a good chance the knife was not the murder weapon. Seems obvious. However, in the report that was finally submitted, the possibility had been erased. The facts have been concealed with forged evidence. The case left behind scars on all of us. Scars, the SLI incident left behind. I got the looks, but you got the brains. Seems like, yeah, he was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he? Your brother. He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the King of Prosecutors? What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. The day the SL9 incident took place, it wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal. That's the same time as this one, right? Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall, there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently, someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. That's a good point. Starr was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They? Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Melina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second-in-command, Lana Skye. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. The case was the biggest step in both their careers. After the case ended, Lana was transferred to the prosecutor's office. Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Skye was totally different when she was a detective. Now that you mentioned it, Anna said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out? Not a secret. It all started 2 years ago. Last swig of whiskey? So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? I thought it was alright. One thing I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He's the one who used the falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. When you become a real scientific investigator. Why not? Adios, Bambina. The chief prosecutor saying what she did to the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Not for police officers. Holidays are tough times, especially for detectives. In real life. We'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use a connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Chief. Look at this organ. Look at that. You can't see my mouse, but I'm pointing at the picture there. Very interesting. Little Miss Bach. Okay. Thought it was a genius. Whoop. Skipped over that. I never could remember what C was. Hey, what are you doing in here? Chief Gant! What's up with this tie? He's got like a cross for a tie? Okay. Put that paper he was reading in his desk. So, righto, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. Had my hands full, too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? I did. Who's that in that armor? Picture of Lana, Neil, and me. Mr. Marshall, Prosecutor Neil. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. Yeah, it seems strange. Like you guys are wearing the same thing. Can't quite seem to put my finger on it though. Yeah, it's the can't see my mouse again, but it's the K. The K looks different. The King trophy. This guy looks like a tank. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Clever guy. But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? The case is long since over. No need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend or I'll kick your ass. We aren't welcome. Seems the case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? Got to be a way to get inside. Okay, I guess it looks like the right place to go, luckily. Damn, what a job for this guy. I gotta find all the answers by tomorrow. Jeez, look, a door. Must mean something. Not sure the doors mean anything. No, hold open, a mysterious lock. So let's see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation. Oh boy. This is where the cars leave the lot. Arrows on the ground make it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Maybe it's both. Dual purpose? The theory of relativity. Was Mr. Relativity German or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Okay. Hello, random. Oil drum. Interesting. Yeah, it's hard to kick over. Okay. Guess that's some information. Have I not been in here before? The divider. Knock a hole in that testimony. I don't think it bit it. This divider helped our case more than the actual witness. The Great Divider. A chip off the old parking block. It's just a wall. Oh, I forgot this game's got some charm. Aha, a ladder. Step ladder. What's the difference? Scientific terms. Scientific. Look at the basic nature of the thing, Mr. Wright. It all seems so horribly familiar. If there's a joke there from before, I unfortunately don't remember. A star? Okay. Probably means she wasn't lying when she said she saw Miss Sky stab him. Where's this security guard? But apparently he went out to buy coffee for Miss Star. Slide. Surely we investigated this before. B block. Nine feet high fence. It's okay, don't cry. Maybe there's a Lunchland Olympics team? Everybody here's mad strong and stuff. I know I've looked at all this before. There's no need to look at this again. But whatever, I'm here. Let's do it. Sports car. Sedan or a coupe or something like that. Those are car types, not models. Actually, in Japan, you wouldn't really need a driver's license. I was just talking about this with somebody today. Like, if it was me and I lived in Japan, their train system is immaculate. Don't need a car. I mean, I'm a car guy. I like cars a lot. But you talk about Japan. Japan's got one of the best train systems I've ever seen, ever. It's so convenient. This rope, is it? Yep. Laid the line of the victim's body. So wait. I'm gonna kill her, close a trunk on him. Okay, so let's slide on out of here. The old back, move. High prosecutor's office. Okay. This Edgeworth's jacket. It's ridiculous. Questioned. Took a real beating. Yeah. I guess we'll have to come back later. Okay. Look at this. See? The trophy's all different. And the giant steel samurai. He won awards for all kinds of things. Speech contest, essays, playing the flute, helping out Phoenix Wright when Phoenix needed some help. Nick, that's what they call him. Nick. Yeah, I remember. Golf tournaments. Doesn't exactly sound like the typical elementary school stuff. It doesn't, yeah. But he always hated receiving awards. He'd make some smart remark like, I know the path I walked. No one else needs to tell me. That's how it's always been. Kind of gets under your skin, doesn't it? Yeah, a little bit. It's pretty cool. I like that steel samurai. My. With an amazing bouquet, just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. To be or not to be. Wendy. Wendy. I've heard that name before. And beside, a giant steel samurai. Yeah, I know. To every cloud, there's a silver lining. Wendy. Same message that was here yesterday? I don't know. But, yeah, if you look at this picture, this award here is like a sword and shield. Or a kind of a sword. Yeah. Anyway. Back to aimless wandering. Oh, that's why we could go there. Nope. Yep. Hey, pal. Gumshoe! Aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. Oh, no. Things aren't going well, huh? From sitting so long? Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Damn. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? No? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's true. Almost like the battles between you two in court. It sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? Yeah? Falsified evidence 2 years ago. It's bad. Yep. Why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Anna Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Okay. I can't remember how to accent this guy. Not only that, Moxie, see? Yeah. But there's been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. He's an amazing, talented prosecutor who kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this, are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies. Fair enough. Hey, Dick, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch and get some time. My treat. Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay? Yes, sir. Seems like you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm not young or talented. Bit worried. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at this file earlier while the coffee was brewing. Seems you're only concerned. Yes. Well, did you find anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack, you mean? When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl. Seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left most incriminating evidence of all. The knife? Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Yes. Oh, I forget. Look, it's written somewhere in here, okay? Powers of recollection never fail to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory, okay? 42. Run-of-the-mill businessman, okay? Businessman. Made him mistake to serial killer. One day I was waiting home from work, he hit someone with his car. Wow, okay. So, it was an accident? An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal. An animal? He killed a man that witnessed... fast click. Killed a man that witnessed it. Kid walked by just then he killed him too. Oh, that's them. Jogger is killed as well. Finally turned himself in. What? What? It was a single shred of evidence. So he turned himself in? Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. The crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. Last witness. I feel like Emma's in danger here. Let's see, let's just show him this real quick. What do you think? Sure, a little advice for you as a detective. You don't have a clue? Keep your trap shut. Okay, just wondering. Hey, is that... There's a tag attached to it labeled SL9 incident. Yes. Broken murder weapon. Since that case was closed, the knife's been locked away in a locker. The day Detective Goodman was murdered, it suddenly disappeared from the locker. And it was found in Mr. Edwards' car muffler. That's it! Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. What? Showing that knife, it all came back to me. What is it? Quick! Before you forget again. This knife is Joe Dark's, right? Or no? That's right, okay. Traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, he had his fingerprints on it too, okay? But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. Right? Yeah, well, anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. Huh? It's found deep inside his stab wound. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Did it march Dark's knife? You bet. Down in the last fiber. Okay. It's pretty conclusive, yes. Stabbed in the back, died from a punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Wow. Switchblade knife updated. Broken tip was found in the victim's body, belonged to the murderer, Joe Dark. Okay. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. Why are these? It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where the prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. Chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card could unlock the door. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust. Simply put, I'd be canned. Fair enough? Okay. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. Alright, fair enough. How about this side? It's Detective Goodman. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would change his mind. Okay. Let's try that. I've been setting up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. And people are accusing him of injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it, pal. Looking into the case of Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it's a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know? After all, serial killer. Let's try the picture. Nope. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award. Yeah. Of course, pal. Got the award for diligence myself. Good. Saved my life. Why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Something else we could show him? Make him change his mind? No, 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 no. I don't know. Can we show that to someone? Present it. What? Stop. Okay. We'll drive Chief Sky to do such a thing. Oh, I didn't mean. I'm sure someone else really did it. Okay. Had a grudge against Edgeworth. Okay. Is there anything else? Show you this thing you just showed me. What would be? I can't think of anything that's really obvious. Lana cell. No. Prime victim, blade, luminol. Nope. Something that would change his mind. I feel like something that to do with Edgeworth would make him change. It's clear that he cares about Edgeworth a lot. Let's go a little long. Sorry, fellas. I mean, my theory is... So, here's my theory, real quick. Is somehow Gant, I feel like, is behind all this. Just seems like the game's setting it up that way. Just how, though? I'm not sure. It's like maybe he told Joe Dark he set him up and made him panic? Yeah, I don't know. A lot of details still missing here. Bum, 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 bum. Well, I really don't know what would make Edgeworth change his mind. Let's talk to him again. Nope. We are gonna need to show him something. No, not the victim's shoe. Lost item report, okay. That was right off the bat. Well, I am a master of this placement. Master. That has such a cool ring to it. The way I see it, If these are meant to be lost, then they are meant to be lost. Okay. There's a higher power at work here. Higher power. Okay. Basically, we need to get in here because of this. Take a look at this real quick. So this really won't let us. This won't do it. Oh, come on. Murder weapon, yeah. Right? That's it. Now I remember, yeah, the tip. Yep, you told us about it. Is that, like, new evidence? I don't have it, though. Stumped here. I mean, I don't just want to start going through stuff, but let's take a look. ID card record, yep. Yes, there's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 p.m., the victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Maybe his buddy? Executive officer number. I don't know how he knows that. Sevens. Yeah, I feel like... Does he have something to say now? No? Okay. That jar. I've seen it somewhere. Somewhere? Or maybe it was one of those memories I have from previous life. Something about it makes you feel uneasy. It's like in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. Okay? Chief can't? Where have I seen that before? Is it? Oh, it is from his office. I didn't notice that either. Clever game. Drawing your eye with this. Can't see my mouse. Whatever. Anyway, drawing your eye with the K, but then yeah, I didn't notice that at all. Pretty cool. That vase back there. We're in that office. I'll make you watch this terrible video again. So that's where it's from. Why would that have? Maybe the piece that's missing is like a sharp piece? Maybe that's what the guy used to kill that guy, or maybe that's how he got the concussion. He got knocked on the back of the head by somebody that Joe Dark did. Okay. And now we're at clutching at straws time. There's possible that stuff. I can go around detecting blood traces too. Wow! That new type? Never seen that bottle before. Oh, cool. Add 3 inches to your base height. Base height? Blooming tall. New and improved growth formula. What? Okay. All I have is some flour. Okay. Brought back to his office by Gamp's request. Come on, I mean, we're at... It's every item, bro. If that happens, I think you'll do better pleading with Edgeworth. Oh boy. Officer Marshall will do something like that. You know Officer Marshall? Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me. First started out, you gave me a small cactus. Really? He said, Dick, she'll listen to all your troubles. Okay. Dick goes and talks to a cactus. He's a patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Damn, that's every item, right? Can't think of anything else that's even remotely useful. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. Shows to me every time we meet, pal. I think I do. Real mentor the police badge. Enough said. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Babes in uniform. Okay. Stupid thing. Yeah, I kind of recall this before. Alright guys, well I stumped for the moment, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next time. We're going to finish this thing out, no matter how long it takes. Take it easy. See you guys.